Welcome back, my friends, to another video here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 5 games because we've been talking a lot about the hardware, the controller, the console, the price, you know, like the fact that it was leaked and speculation and this and that. We've talked about pretty much everything about the console, but we haven't talked a lot about the games. I want to focus on the games in this video because there are some games that are confirmed for launch. There are other games that are not confirmed for launch. So I want to talk about the launch games, what we know is going to be there at launch, what maybe I think is going to be there at launch, what we hope is going to be there at launch, and a couple different things like that. So if you guys missed the event obviously revealed the console itself, which, you know, I've already shared my thoughts a lot on that. We're going to have more to talk about, you know, the PS5 as a whole in general on the channel. But they announced a bunch of games. They showed off a bunch of games. There's indie games, third-party games, first-party exclusives, different things like that. And one of the things they announced, first of all, is GTA 5 is now going to be spanning across 3 console generations, which is absolutely crazy. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in a different video because I feel like that's a topic in and of itself. But PS3 and Xbox 360, PS4 and Xbox One, now PS5 and Xbox Series X. But we know that's not going to be coming until 2021 sometime, unfortunately. So that's not going to be a launch title, obviously. There's going to be some exclusives. There's going to be some ports, different things like that. One of the things that's already confirmed is that we know that PS5 is going to have some backwards compatibility with PS4. And Sony's already said there's going to be over 100 PS4 games at the PS5's launch that's going to be compatible and playable on the PS5. So there's going to be that. Right, so I mean, yes, those are not new games, but there's still games that you're gonna have on your PS5 that you can still play on PS5. They're gonna be enhanced for the PS5. You know, it's gonna look a lot better. Obviously, on the console, they're probably gonna update it with ray tracing. We already know games like Fortnite are working on Unreal Engine 5 updates to their games. Obviously, that's not going to be at PS5's launch. I think they confirmed that was going to be sometime in 2021. I'm pretty sure Rainbow Six Siege was also already confirmed to be one of these 100 games that is going to be on the PS5 and obviously most likely Xbox Series X at launch. So we know Fortnite and Rainbow Six Siege, there's, you know, up to 100 games plus that are definitely going to be there that are PS4 backwards compatible. We don't have the full list, unfortunately. Whenever we get a little bit more of an in-depth list, I'll let you guys know. I'll make another video on that. Another thing that's pretty much a sure bet is sports games, right? So you got your new Madden 21, NHL 21, NBA 2K 21, etc. You know, all these sports games are almost pretty much guaranteed. I'd be very surprised if any of these sports games are not on next gen. We already had some of them officially confirmed, like NBA 2K, Madden. NHL is one we haven't seen yet, but we haven't even heard about a current gen NHL 21 yet either. So I'm pretty sure those are all safe bets, obviously. Like I said, some of them confirmed, some of them not. Then we got third-party games. So we've seen, for example, Assassin's Creed Valhalla announced during the Xbox Series X reveal. And that's a third-party game, so that's going to be on PS5 as well. So we have a bunch of third-party games that we know are going to be on PS5. But, you know, not all these third-party games has been announced quite yet. There's certain games that are going to be on this gen that are going to be obviously releasing as well on PS5 and Xbox Series X, like Cyberpunk, for example, which assumingly, I mean, with Xbox Series X, it's confirmed that you can upgrade to that edition, the next-gen edition, but they haven't said a whole lot about PS4 to PS5. I'm assuming it's going to be similar. Excuse me. So we got a lot of third-party games that are going to be both on current gen and next gen. They're going to be launching just before next gen comes out. So it's going to be kind of like that transitional phase where there's a lot of games like that you know, from the transition from 360 and PS3 to PS4 and Xbox One that were launching on both consoles, like Call of Duty Ghosts, for example. So we can assume that, you know, those are going to be, well, not assume, but we know that those are going to be some other games that are going to be at launch on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. But then there's, like I said, the new Call of Duty. We haven't heard anything about a new Call of Duty. We know it's coming this year. Activision has confirmed it's coming this year. And I'd be extremely surprised if they don't launch it on next-gen consoles as well as current-gen consoles, you know, simultaneously, like they did with Call of Duty Ghosts. So you can assume that a new Call of Duty game is definitely going to be on next gen. Yes, it's going to be on current gen as well, but it's going to look way better and play better on next gen, like most of these third-party games that are releasing in both, you know, current gen and next gen are going to. Then we got a game like, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, which I thought looked fantastic. This one's sort of a third-party game. It's coming to PC. I don't know if it's coming to Xbox Series X yet, but that's supposed to be launching, as far as I recall, sometime like the end of this year, so that should be on PS5 as well. I'm pretty sure Oddworld Soulstorm also was confirmed for a 2020 launch. We know Godfall is coming out. I'm pretty sure that was also confirmed for holiday 2020. So Godfall, of course, is another third-party game. It's going to be on PS4. It's going to be on PC. I can't remember if they said it's going to be on Xbox Series X. I'm pretty sure it would be. But part of me felt like that was for some reason exclusive to PS5 as a console. I don't know. Either way, it has some, you know, third party to it, because it is going to be on PC. They're actually going to be streaming the PC version some point today at the time of recording this. And then of course we have exclusives. So exclusives are, you know, obviously some of the games that you know, we've seen at the reveal. Now the exclusives are kind of getting into a little bit of a weird kind of category, because I think there's more PS5 exclusives that we haven't seen yet. I think there's going to be more they're going to announce at a later date. Obviously, we don't have the PS5 release date. We don't have the PS5 price. So we know there's going to be more PS5 events, which you could assume there's going to be more games announced, whether it's third party, whether it's first party, whatever it may be. The only first party exclusive, as far as I know, that we have 100% confirmed for a 2020 release is Spider-Man Miles Morales. So this game was a game that kind of confused people. At first people thought it was a sequel, and they heard no, it's not a sequel, and then it's like, what is it? Insomniac had to clear it up. They basically said it's a standalone game. So it is a standalone game, but like I mentioned in a different video, I believe it's going to be one of those things where it's kind of like Uncharted Lost Legacy or Infamous First Light, where it's kind of like, it was a standalone game built in the same universe as those games. So Uncharted Lost Legacy was built in the same universe as Uncharted 4. Infamous First Light in the same universe as Infamous Second Son. But they were shorter games. They were smaller games, but they were still full standalone games. They weren't really DLCs, but they weren't really, you know, a full-length game either. You know what I mean? So I think that's what's going on with this Spider-Man game. So it is a full-length game, but instead of being like maybe 20 to 30 hours long, it's probably going to be, you know, maybe like 7 to 10, give or take. That's just my rough guess. Nothing's confirmed on that exactly. I don't know, you know, how long the game is going to be. So we know that one's coming out. The other one I showed off was Astro Playroom, which I don't know if this is going to be a game where you're going to have to buy separately, or a game that's going to be built into the PS5, because we had, what was it called? I think it was just called Playroom, right? On PS4. So the fact that they're calling this one Astro Playroom makes me believe it's going to be a similar thing. Now, Playroom on the PS4, the whole idea was built to showcase the new DualShock 4. And so I think Astro Playroom is going to be built into the PS5. It's going to showcase the new features of the PS5 controller. Maybe that's going to utilize even like the built-in microphone somehow. It's going to show you how that could be used in games. The haptic feedback, the adaptive triggers, you know, so on and so forth. So I think that's going to be a game that's going to be, you know, it's going to come built into every single console. You can play around with it. You can have fun. You can experience, you know, what it's like to have a DualSense controller for the first time, whatever. So I definitely think that is a high probability. But as far as the other exclusives go, we know that there is Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, which I'm extremely excited for. Horizon Forbidden West, which is the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn. Gran Turismo 7. And Sackboy: A Big Adventure, which is basically, I guess, like a Little Big Planet spin-off, it seems like. Now, out of all these games, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart was the only one we got actual, like, gameplay. I mean, there was I guess you could say there was a little bit of gameplay with Gran Turismo 7, but it didn't look like it was quite ready. I don't know. I feel like maybe there's a chance that Gran Turismo 7 could be there at launch. I think Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart honestly has a very high likelihood to be there at launch. But the thing you got to think of is that Sony needs a really, really big game. Like, Ratchet & Clank is a very popular game. So is Spider-Man. These are huge selling points. I think especially Spider-Man, you know, a lot of people are going to want to play it. But I don't know. I feel like you need a really, really big title. Maybe Horizon Forbidden West is that huge title that, you know, they'll have, and then like Spiderman and Ratchet and Clank will be maybe supporting titles. Who knows? Maybe they'll pull off launching Gran Turismo 7 with it as well. I don't know. I don't think so. I honestly think Gran Turismo 7 is going to be a 2021 release date. Same thing with Sackboy Big Adventure. I don't think that's quite ready yet. You know, I think maybe those are going to be launch window, possibly. Gran Turismo 7, I'm kind of on the fence whether it's going to be launch window. Launch window is usually within like, I guess, like a month or two after the console launches. So all in all, I think it's safe to say 100% Astro Playroom is going to be built into the console. So I think that's going to be there. Spider-Man Miles Morales, we already know that's coming out. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, the fact that we've seen like actual hands-on gameplay makes me confident that this game is pretty close to being ready to launch. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a launch title. I feel like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is basically, you know, the way PS4 launched with knack, right? I think Ratchet and Clank is going to be like that kind of game, which I think Ratchet and Clank is way more popular than obviously knack. And I like Ratchet and Clank way more than knack. I still love knack. I'm that guy that does love knack. But I think Ratchet and Clank, you know, is a bigger selling point. Who knows? Maybe knack 3 will come down the line in like 2021. Who knows? Anyway, so those three I think are going to be there for sure. I think if Sony really wants to compete with the fact that Xbox Series X is going to be launching with Halo Infinite, excuse me, which is a huge title, I think they need to get Horizon Forbidden West out there. I don't know. Based off what we've seen, I would say I'm kind of skeptical whether that's going to be a launch title. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yes, that probably will be a launch title. Hopefully. If it's not, is it still enough? Maybe. But if they really, really, really want to sell as many consoles as possible right out of the gate, I think a game like Horizon Forbidden West alongside Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank, and Astro Playroom would be ideal. So I don't know. That's pretty much it, my friends. That's, you know, what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you hope for? There's a lot of games that, you know, I hope will come out, you know, and that they'll announce. Excuse me. Like I said, there's still going to be a bunch more events, so we're going to have more news for the PS5 release dates, or not dates in plural, but release date, price, more games probably, and all that good stuff. So keep logged on the channel. We have a lot more content for you guys. Again, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and whenever we have more news on all these things, I'll be the first one to let you guys know, as well as everything else gaming. So drop a like, subscribe, guys. See you guys very soon in another video. Until then, my friends, game on, and thanks for watching.